Well, hey, neighbor.
Hey, neighbor.
Good to see you. I'm here with Jesse Iliff from the Severn River Association. Jesse, for anybody that doesn't know, what is the Severn River Association?
Severn River Association is the primary advocate and restoration specialist for the Severn River. We were founded in 1911, so it's actually the oldest river protection organization in the country, but we've been undergoing a renaissance in the past year, and I'm happy to tell you more about it.
Absolutely. So you're the executive director of the Severn River Association. So how did you get involved with that? And you're a local guy. You're a Severn Park High School guy. You've been around for a long time. So how did your career bring you to this place?
Well, I grew up on the Severn River. I was lucky enough to have some waterfront through my family, and I just loved the river my whole life. And I knew early on I wanted to go and become a lawyer so that I could develop the skills to do more to protect the waterway that I had come to love so much. So I did. I went to Maryland Law School, got my degree, practiced for a little while, and then I took a job actually as the South River Keeper back in 2015. So I worked for that organization for about 6.5 years, got to know a ton of the people in the local environmental community, some lawmakers, some policy folks, and developed a network. And then when the opening for the Severn River Association came up, I jumped on it. I knew I was getting that job.
Oh, that's awesome. So what is the mission, vision, kind of what are the core values of the Severn River Association? What keeps you up at night? What keeps you going every day?
Our mission is to connect the people that live, work, and play on the Severn River to restore and protect it for all of our communities.
Okay.
And what we do to pursue that mission is really, we organize around 3 of those key words: connect, restore, protect. So the connect piece, that's what we're doing right now.
Right.
When this goes up, I want everybody who sees it to know that we're out here and we're fighting every day for a cleaner Severn River.
Love it.
We connect the people to the river, and we connect people to each other to build the sort of community that it takes to sustain both our organization, but also the sort of prolonged effort that it's going to take to make this river what it really can be and what it used to be.
What would you say the state of the river is currently?
Well, it's not as good as it once was, as any old timer will tell you.
Right.
It's still good enough to go swimming and fishing and stuff, but if you got an open wound...
That's a low bar.
Yeah, if you got an open wound, don't go in. If it has rained in the past 2 days, you don't want to go swimming. The county has a standing advisory saying that it's unsafe. The bacteria levels are too high. The fishery, there used to be oyster bars all over the Severn River, but there aren't anymore unless they're restoration projects that our organization and others have worked on.
Right.
So we're out there to make sure that we can protect it from short-sighted proposals that might damage the health of the aquatic life out there or affect the water quality negatively. We're out there to restore it. We bring in grants from outside funders to build projects that treat, capture, and filter stormwater, because that's our problem.
Stormwater's the issue, isn't it?
It is. We don't have big-time agriculture in the Severn River watershed. We don't have big-time industry spewing poison out of the end of a pipe. What we've got is all of our collective yards, our businesses, our streets and parking lots, and everything that goes onto them. When it rains hard like it did earlier today, all that winds up in the river. And if we can find a way to intercept that and to let the pollution filter out, and it's not pollution like toxic sludge kind of stuff, we're talking nitrogen, phosphorus, and sediment. That's what the EPA has declared the Severn River, along with the rest of the Chesapeake, is impaired for. And so those are elements, those are nutrients.
And when that happens, what is the byproduct? We don't see as many oysters. We're not seeing seagrass. I mean, what are you seeing? Like, what are you seeing the health of the river? I mean, what's going on?
Well, the stormwater pollution fuels algae blooms. The first thing that gets those nutrients when it gets into the water is microscopic phytoplankton that then overproliferate. They cause dead zones because when they die, the oxygen leaves the water. So the fish and the oysters and the crabs, they can't live there anymore.
Right.
So that's our main dragon to slay.
Right. So it all comes back to that stormwater. We got to nip that. We got to stop that. All right. Well, I love what you're doing. The reason why I selected you to be on this show is I think it's so vital that we get the word out about your wonderful organization that you're leading. Thank you for that. How does somebody learn more about it? And the truth about nonprofits, there isn't a lot of profit, and it requires fundraising. It requires a lot of help and time, talent, and treasure, as they say. So tell us a little bit about that side of running a nonprofit.
Yeah, well, you hit the nail on the head. We have a trained professional staff, myself included. We wake up every day thinking, how can we make this river better? That's what differentiates us from an all-volunteer organization. But because this is our job, we need funding to do it. And we have a boat that we use to track the health of the river, but that takes resources to monitor.
Sure.
So I will talk with any group anytime, which is why I was jumping at the chance to talk with you. Because I want people to know that we're out here, that we're doing great work, and that we do need the community's support in order to keep doing that in the long haul.
All right, your website?
SevernRiver.org.
Yep.
We have a Facebook page, and we're on Instagram as well. People can find us there.
Yep. I love it. You're doing great work. Your leadership is inspiring. You're a real gem for our community. Thank you so much, Jesse.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely.